All right, ladies and gentlemen, the name of the show today is Silence is Golden. And what I mean by that is, you don't have to make a lot of noise, you don't have to do a lot of talking. Because haters will come at you that way by talking or saying something to get reaction out of you. You don't give people, haters, a reaction, you don't give no one a reaction. You know, the smartest person is the one that's the quietest because they're listening. And the one that listens is always the smartest one. You know, more intelligent, like they say, the noisy wagon makes all the noise. And if you notice, the people with less intelligence, with less sense, the ignorantest people talk the loudest and make a lot of noise when they come into a room or whatever. The quiet guy is the one that's sharp, that's confident, that's smart. He comes in the room, he's quiet. You know what I mean? He listens and he looks and observes the situation instead of just coming in trying to get attention. The person that comes in trying to get all the attention has a low self-esteem because he's trying to get you to reach out to you to get his approval. If he gets you to laugh when he comes in and thinking he's funny or whatever he does to get a reaction out of you, you know, playing or whatever, that shows lack of confidence, you know, because, you know, they have to try to get your attention rather than just be quiet and be under. You know, they're not confident enough to be under. They want to be, you know, out boisterous, you dig? And that's why I say silence is golden, because when you're silent, you know, people be saying things about you or talking about you or say something derogatory. Don't be quick to react. Think about your response and think about what you want to say, you understand me, before you jump the gun on the situation. Because you have to look at the fact that what you are actually doing is setting them up, you understand me, for a letdown. Because if they get a reaction out of you, then they're in control of the situation. If you take control of the situation, you react to how you want to react to it. They say something derogatory or whatever it is to get you to respond. You don't respond because it's negative, right? So you're the bigger person about it because you're not responding to what they said to get a negative reaction. When you give them a negative reaction, you're doing just what they wanted to do. So by you being silent, you're setting the pace to win the race. You're winning when you don't say nothing. You're ahead. You're the winner because you haven't responded to that negativity. You understand? And that's in any situation, you know what I'm saying? Or if you're somewhere, you know what I mean? You don't have to convince nobody if they doubt what you say and you say something and it's the truth and it's you know, it's what you feel and they don't agree with you. Don't argue and just say okay and let it go. Just stop right there. Get silent. Get silent. And you're letting them know that you don't want to talk about it anymore. You're not saying you agree with them or not, but you're avoiding the argument. You're avoiding it by being silent, which is golden, because you don't need to be wasting negative energy, negative time because that's all it's going to lead to is an argument or a disagreement, which continuously talking and wasting time and energy. And it's not positive energy, so it doesn't need to be spoke about. If it's positive, it's something positive and uplifting and motivation on you, getting a charge out of it. You know what I mean? It's charging your positive battery. Then it's okay to talk on it. But silence is golden. You got to know when to be quiet and don't say anything. You still winning because you're quiet. You chose. See, the reason why you're winning is because you chose to be silent. The choice was your choice to be silent. So you're still in control of the situation that you're in because you chose to be silent at a peaceful time. See, you nipped it in the bud. In other words, you didn't let it get to a point to where it could have blew out of proportion. When you seen and felt the negative energy, you felt, you know, the negativity coming, you knew right then to be quiet. Shut it down. Shut it down. You see, and when you shut it down, you're ahead of the game. But it takes patience, it takes pause, it takes time. When you're young, you're not going to react like that because you always want to be spoken, you always want to be heard, you don't have the last word when you're young. Or not necessarily young. You got old folks that constantly act like they do when they're young and have the same reaction and thing. And you look at them and you say to yourself, man, I ain't arguing with this woman, let it go. And that's what you have to do because they get their satisfaction out of getting the last reaction. And you don't have to do that. You can be the bigger man and just freeze on it. People, it's hard to do that. People don't do that because they don't have enough confidence and they feel like, well, he's going to think I'm a sucker if I don't do that. That's just like getting in a fight. When you don't have to fight, just let it go. Just be quiet. But no, you keep talking, so then it comes to blows when it could have just been cut off by not speaking no more. You understand? But no, what the person wants to do is out-talk you. If you're a good talker and you speak for the right reasons and you speak, like me, I'm a good talker, I speak good. But when I'm in a situation outside of this place, I don't just start talking, I be quiet. I listen, I don't say nothing to some people. Some people I don't talk to at all. Some people I do talk to. See, that's the choice I make because I know silence is golden. So when I don't speak to these people, for whatever reason it may be, you understand me? Because when I talk, I'm saying something that means something, that's about something. And some people talk to get paid to get talk. You talk, you give information, you understand me, that's worth something that's valuable. And you talk to the people that's worthy of accepting this information. If you don't want to give them the information, you don't give them the information. So you just be silent. Some people just like to talk, and I mean all the time, during a circumstance and without a circumstance. But there's time to just be quiet, you know. And that's when you have to know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? To prevent chaos and animosity and hatred and all that type of stuff, you just be quiet. Don't let people know where you're thinking or where you're coming from. That's another thing. Don't let them know, how you feel. If you don't like a person, don't let them know you don't like them. Just avoid them and just be quiet. They won't know. They'll be confused. They won't know you don't like them or you just like them. You just minded your own business. You're not saying anything negative. You're not, coming at them in no kind of way. They'll feel attitude or feel bad. They think you don't like them, and then they'll be, they say, "Oh, I don't care if you like me or not." No, but everybody cares if you like them or don't like them. Everybody does. Most people do. Those that don't care like this, like I don't care if you ain't nobody, no way, and you ain't nothing, and you don't like me and I don't like you. I don't like you because you're a nothing ass person. You ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean? You raggedy, you toe up. You understand me? You ain't got no ambitions. You ain't trying to do better. You ain't trying to clean your ass up. You ain't trying to get a job, or you ain't trying to work, or you ain't trying to get off drugs. You're not doing the right things, and then I don't care nothing about you. Other than that, I respect you and I like you and I'm going to be, but I ain't going to hang around with nobody because I don't do that. I don't care who you are, what you are. I'm not trying to be your friend, and I ain't trying to be a buddy, you understand? Because that's not what I do. I'm at a point in my life now where I be my best me. Excuse me, and I don't worry about what other people think or do, you know what I mean? It's like me, I consider myself a winner, so I'm going to be around other winners, people that are winning, trying to achieve something. If they ain't trying to go to the place I'm going, then what do I look like being around them? They got to be like family. They got to be like family. Other than that, they got to be like family, you know what I'm saying? And if they like family, then I'll be around them and do what I do, like I say, for the reasons that, that I love them. You be around people because you love them for the right reason, but they don't accept it and appreciate it, then you got to cut that loose, You got to let that go. Anything that ain't better in your life and ain't making it right, you got to let it go. And like I say, I got family members, one particular I ain't speaking to, ain't talking to, and that silence is golden. That's a part of that rule. Because when we tried to talk, it never came out right, because they always want to try to tell you what you need to do, what you got to do, what's about you. And you don't want to get into a confrontation where they think they can tell you what to do, but you can't tell them that they don't listen to you. Because they're older than you and they might have seen you in different situations. But you're steady growing all the time and they're not. So you have to cut it go. You have to let it go. Silence is gold. You have to be silent and don't talk, don't communicate. And let it go, you understand? Because that's the one way you're going to grow, is to let all the negativity go and get around people that are doing the right things, that are growing and positive and enhancing and motivating you, to be the right person and do the right thing, be on the winning team. And you have to do that, you have to be a person that thinks in that way, to where you grow and you glow, and you be a motivational person. You motivate people to do the right things, You know what I'm saying? If you can't be around them, don't diminish yourself. This is something I used to do a long time ago, and that's not right. Don't do it. Just dummy down for people. Don't dummy down for people. Just be quiet, but don't be around as little as possible. But you just be silent sometimes because they'll try to tell you things like you don't know nothing. You refuse to do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be involved in that because that's not your thing. And they'll try to tell you, oh, you can do this, you can do that, you can get it. No, I got a lot of pride. I got a lot of dignity. Certain things I'm not going to do because it's like work. Anything like work, I'm not going to do it because I don't work, never will. You understand me? You know, so it's like certain things I do because I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean? And the other people don't understand it because they have no moral standards of self-respect. So people that don't have that, they don't understand the principles that another person might live by. But the person that's lived by principles and morals and standards is a person that's living a longer and a happier life because he knows what he's doing. He's the captain of the ship and he's sailing the ship in the right direction. You understand? And by doing that, you have guidelines and you have rules. Like silence is golden. That's one of the golden rules. You understand? Being silent and don't get caught up in a lot of things. A lot of people talk too much at the wrong time to the wrong people. And you don't have to talk to them. You can feel the negativity. Why talk to them if you feel that they're negative? If you can tell they're negative and they're negative, don't say nothing to them. Some people can't see that. I know people that I know have been doing for years, but I don't say nothing to them because I know what they're about and that they got hate all up in them. You know? And all they're going to say is something negative when they speak out their mouth. But it's okay because I know how to handle them through experience. Because they see you as the person you were when you were cool with them. That's 30, 40 years ago. You changed. You're a person now that have grown to a high status in life. And you're happy and everything is growing and everything is growing and you're doing good in life. They don't want to see that. They want to keep dragging you down when you was leaking and you was on the ground. They want to keep dragging you down to that situation. And they look at you as that person. The person that was on the ground that was leaking and doing bad. You know, they don't want to see you as a success. You know, here you are, a successful person. They don't want to accept that, right? So rather than argue with him like I did argue with this one person, because I did that only because to let him know. Then I got quiet after that. To let them know that I'm not the same person. I had to let him know that. I'm not like that. Then I got quiet. When he started trying to argue and fight, man, I got backed away. Because he was really showing that how he felt. So I just got real quiet and walked away. Man, I walked away. I'm not trying. Look, silence is golden. And sometimes you got to walk away from a situation if you want to live another day. Because people nowadays have knives, they have guns. People aren't talking. You can talk, but if you are talking, they're not going to accept that. You know what I mean? Because you out talk to them, you made them feel just as bad as if you'd have slapped them across the face because you slapped them with verbal conversation. And it hurts them. So therefore, you just have to be quiet. Silence is golden. Certain people you can't talk to, you can't relate to. It's like me, I'm on this TV screen, I'm talking talk because it's time to talk, you understand? But then there's also a time to be silent. And you got to know silent is golden. And when you realize that patience is a virtue, you understand? When you realize these different things are really true, then you got to realize that that's what you have to apply them. You have to apply them in order to be effective. You have to apply this stuff in order to be effective. You can recite the words because they sound good, but you have to practice the things I'm talking about. You have to practice this. If you practice this, you will realize one thing, and that one thing is you have to realize that your talents, you understand, and your things that you do to make you a great person. You have to always realize you're a king and you're a great person and you're cut above the average. You can't act average if you think you're great, because if you act average when you're great and you deal with mediocrity, then all you're gonna do is be in mediocrity. You gotta set the bar up high. You gotta look great. You gotta feel great. You gotta act great. All that goes together. It's a correlation. You understand? You think great. You don't have to speak great. Because you can be silent as golden, but you thinking great thoughts at the time. When these other people looking at you, you understand me, want to hear what you got to say. But you're not saying anything because you know what you say out your mouth is valuable. It's valuable. It's value. So you have to speak all the time. You speak when you want to. You speak when you can. And like I say, silence is golden. You think silence is golden. That's what they got to realize. You understand? 15. I got another 15. Yes, I do. I got till that thing say 30. Believe that, I'm on the hit list. I can understand. But the point I'm making is, people have to surround themselves with other people that they can converse with. Because you get around other people, they think you thinking you better than them. They speak ignorant, they speak ghetto. You can't be. It's like me, I used to be around my friend. Man, I had to cut them people loose. I go around there occasionally just to see him, be around him. I actually meant what I said when I told him, because you have to practice what you preach. You do this, I don't do this. I don't associate, I don't affiliate with those people that don't have nothing and don't act like they don't have nothing. If they don't have nothing, you buying them things. And they act like they ain't got nothing, they ain't never trying to show you that they have anything, then you don't need to be around them if you look at yourself as anybody or anything. Because they're looking at you like one of them. But you're around them, but you the only one that have money around them. So therefore, they're using you because they look at you as someone they can use. See, I'm not going to let them do that. I'll try to be nice and be a person of class, but if I can't be of class, I'm not going to be around people that don't have class. If I can't be around people, I'm not going to do it, man. You know, why would I be around people with those type of behaviors? You know? You know what I'm talking about? If they drinking and they doing all this ignorant stuff, you know, why would I want to be around them? No, in 2 minutes. You know? You act nice and you talk to them, but you really know you ain't trying to be around that. You know, they not in your league, man. They not in your league. They not knowing you can deal with. They're the type of people that you cannot, you understand me? I repeat, you cannot, you know, be in their presence, you know, and try to tell them, you know, tell them anything. Because they're not listening. You got to give out people that listen. That's why Fast Black's the only one I mentor, the only person I talk to. The rest of them, I ain't trying to tell them nothing. They want something for nothing, and then when they get it, they ain't going to do it, they ain't going to appreciate it. Because they ain't took the time out to get, you know, to spend time with you and do what you do to get you open up to talk. Because everybody likes to share what the knowledge they have and who they are. Everybody likes to do that. You got to leave with somebody, you understand me? You know, so that's what the name of the game is, to get up around somebody sharp. Like I got around Smiley. I got around different people that were sharp. And I tried to get my friend to see this, but he didn't see that. He wanted to talk about the man. One thing you see the man do that was wrong. He wants to talk about the person all the way around, and he's worse off than any of them. And the reason why he is, because he never listened. He never applied what these people tell him to apply. You know what I mean? When I was around Willie Ward, I listened to that man. This man was around all these people, but he didn't get no knowledge and no game from them, because he never applied that. He always wanted to do his own thing. Me, I listened to them cats and did what they said do, and that's why I was just like them. I patted myself after them and look and act just like they did. You know, as being a great, you understand me, person and on the hit list, on the winning list, you understand, I'm winning like it's supposed to be done. And they know it, you understand me? They know that's the way I am. And win now. I should have 10 minutes. Oh, 10 minutes, yeah. Yeah, so that's how that go, you understand? You got to look at one thing. You got to look at the fact, man, that the way things are, the way the situation is, silence is golden. You know, and like I said before, you have to be silent for the right reasons. You know, but you have to be confident to do this. The reason why I say that is, everybody want to talk, so you can see they want to shoot their best shot, so they can identify with you and let you know that they sharp as you. See, I step in the room, I ain't gotta never say nothing, cause they see me looking the way I look. I don't have to say that, cause they know I'm sharp. It's always the raggediest person, the tore up this person that want to do all the talking, or the person with the brokest person want to do most of the talking, because they got something to prove. Because first of all, they don't look like nothing, and they don't have nothing. So they have something to prove. So you know what they do? They do the talking to convince you that they about something, right? But that don't mean nothing. The talking don't mean nothing, because it's the actions of the talking that you want to see. Because we know actions speak louder than words. We realize that actions speak louder than the words. So if you see a person And then the result of their talking, you see them looking tore up, don't have no money, right? But they talking $1 million worth of talk. You see, like me and boy was talking about this yesterday. He talking about being a high roller, all this high roller stuff, but he begging on the street. You understand? So you look at the person for what they doing, not by what they saying. They saying this, but they doing this. You understand? So they phony is what it is. That's being a phony. And a phony person is worse than a person that's doing bad, but he's not trying to talk like he's doing good. You know, if he just be quiet and mind his own business, and be out there trying to sell something, like I told Roy the other day, I said that man should get some pencils, rather than ask somebody for some money. Have some pride, get some pencils, sell them for $1, instead of ask people for $1, sell them a pencil for $1. They'll respect that more. That's respectful. You're a merchant. You're a merchant. That takes the heat off of you. If you begging, man, and ain't giving nobody nothing, that's a sorry person, man. You know, I mean, I help some of the homeless and people that's leaking, you know what I'm saying, because I understand the situation. I've been there before, but not very, very rarely have I been there. You know, when I was asking somebody for money, it was the one time that I got ripped off and somebody took my money, because I always, even when I was in my disease, I managed to know how to hit a lick and get money and take care of my business. I knew how to do that. I wasn't that type of person. I was always a winner, you understand me? I was always winning. If I was down, I was only down temporarily for something that happened to me. Somebody took my money, and then I rise right back up and get right back on top. I didn't stay down when I fell down. I got right up and got to the top again. See, that determines, you understand me, you being a giant or a loser or an average person, you know what I mean? The person that gets up and stays up and stays up and don't go down, that's the one that's a winner, champion. You know, and he does it in a way that he calls himself a player, and he is a player. Now you got people that call it what it is and be what you are. When you're a player, a boss player, you feel good about that because you're in the line of playing. You understand? But when you're a dope dealer, or you're doing something on that level, well, then you ain't gonna talk loud about it because it's something you ain't proud of. You know, you ain't proud of that. But you want to say you're a pimp, and who's to be proud of? Neither one of them are good things. Neither one of them are good things. So why talk loud about either one of them? People look at you in both directions and that's not respected. Neither one of those are respected. You think one's respected more than the other? No, they're not. Even a boss player, people look at that as, what did he do? You know what I mean? He's playing for his money. That's respected because, first of all, that's what we do. Like I told them, people got pencils or pens and they selling them. They making their own money. They playing. They bought and they sold it like slum. Same scenario, same type of situation. You know, but you don't talk about it. That's why I said silence is golden. You just do it. You do the actions. Because most people tell you something they're gonna do. That's like that jail talk in jail. You tell people you're gonna do something, and then you don't do it. You know what I mean? You do other things. You know, when the best thing you could have did was to not be involved with those people. You know, you do not be involved in those people. Those people are not the kind of people you want to be involved in. No, you do not. You don't want to be involved with them. You do not want to be involved with them. You know, because you got to look at the fact that what they did and who they are, and that's why I say you be silent. You analyze the people. You read them like a partner of mine used to say. You read them. You understand? You check back and you read and see what kind of people they are and how you can get them. How you can get the upper hand. But you don't expose them. You just be quiet. You know, that's where that silence is going to come in there. And you have to remember that, you understand me, along the way. Be quiet and read them their rights to a degree. You understand me? But you be real smooth. You don't do a lot of talking, you do action. You do the showing, not the talking. You know, you show people how to win. You be a winner, not one to expose in any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? That's why you be quiet. That's why I say these shows are therapy to me. When I leave this show, I'm gonna use more of my silence is golden attitude. You understand me? When I'm around talking and doing things, because you got people that be listening to you. When you talking to somebody else, they'll be eavesdropping. You understand me? Trying to get seek out your attitude, see how you are, what kind of person you are. But if you're talking to people you want to talk to, and you being yourself and whatever, you just do it. But when you talk to them directly, you get quiet because you ain't got nothing to expose to them. You being your best self. You ain't trying to be with them. You understand? They don't seem to understand that. They think, you know what I mean, that you're supposed to give people all you got. You know what I mean? That's how I say when people when I used to be on the track, and people would be doing all that talking on the host, telling you what they're about to do and how they're going to do it. Them were the ones that didn't have as much game. Because the person that had a lot of game that was sharp, he get quiet, man. He don't let you know what they're doing. He'll let everyone know what the right hand doing. And silence is golden, so you didn't really hear him say what he's going to do. He just do it. But the one that's doing all the talking, you letting people know where you finna come from. You let them know what you finna do. Then they put their blocks up and block you from doing it. If you just come up real smooth and quiet and do what you're going to do and don't say nothing about it, man, that's the best way. And then they're going to respect you more that way because they know you real. That's what real people do. So you got to act like a real person and do things in a real way. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. You know, it's the way you act and the way you look and the way you dress and the way you conduct yourself. You're going to get more action and more respect if you look a certain way. And if you act that way as well, then hey man, you got the whole package. That's how people judge you by that and respect you by the way you act, by the way you act and the way you look. Those two things, the way you act and the way you look. The way you act and the way you look. Remember that, the way you act and the way you look is what they look at. You know what I mean? They look at the way you act and look. So that's why I say you got to have everything together. You know, you got to, if it's like me, it's a habit of me looking good, I got a habit. It's a habit with me of looking good. You know, in other words, I'm gonna be looking good every time you see me. I'm gonna be looking the part and playing the role. They gonna give my 2 minutes, you understand me? Because I'm like this. I'm gonna get my 2 minutes because that's what I'm about. I'm gonna get the 2 before I get through. But that's what it is, see? You know, you gotta just be yourself and be confident in being who you are and what you are. And then automatically you'll be silent when it's golden because you'll have respect for when you open your mouth because you know the reaction you get out of certain people. You know, you be there and you talking and those people are over there listening, or if you're talking to them and you say something, you got to be careful what you say because you don't want to get into a deep conversation with these people. But some people like to talk, so that's their choice is theirs. Whatever they do and how they do it, that's why I said different people do different things. Yeah, okay, all right. You know, so I got to wrap this up because I got people standing by for a show. And so I'm going to wrap this up, you know what I mean, ladies and gentlemen. I got to wrap this one up. Okay. I got this one thing. I'm going to give them this 1 minute. In and out, I'm through with it, you understand me? Like I said, y'all be through with it before they even learn I know what to do with it. Believe me. All right, I'm going to go.